Experts from around the world were in Nottingham today to look at ways of reducing the number of youngsters who self-harm or indeed take their own lives.
Of particular concern to many of the experts are worrying clusters of suicides where the numbers of deaths goes above usual levels. Well, our health correspondent Rob Sissons was at today's event. Rob, I gather a key theme was the need to really carry on talking about this issue more than we have done so far.
That's right, Dominic. A lot of talk today really about looking out for warning signs if there are any, and I can show you the very latest figures that there are to do with suicide. These are figures for the East Midlands. 365 suicides across all ages in our region. That's an average of one a day in 2011. Well, over 2/3 are male. Now, when it comes to younger people, there are just national figures available. 216 deaths involving 10 to 19-year-olds across the UK. As a teenager, Caroline self-harmed. She helped set up the Tomorrow project after 7 young people took their own lives in and around East Leek over 13 months.
I was a perfectionist, did academically well, and from the outside people didn't really know that there was a problem.
And you made several attempts on your own life when you were a teenager.
Yeah, I could have easily become a statistic. Well, what's good for me and my story is that I get to hand that on to other people. So the measure of young people today, or the message that we give them, is that performance is key rather than on learning to be themselves.
More recently,
Dr. Chapman was the Nottinghamshire coroner for 18 years. He says teenage suicides were among the most sensitive cases to deal with.
Road accidents, yes, someone is to blame, but when it's a suicide in a child, everyone asks themselves, could we have done anything to prevent it? And it must stay with them forever. If your child is self-harming, then you need to seek proper help from medical professionals to see whether they can give you more indication.
The organisers say there needs to be a lot more research.
I think that one of the messages from today is that the value of talking about these issues, talking openly. I think the worry is if people talk about suicide, it's more likely to make it happen. That's just not the case.
Young people often want to talk about their fears, their worries, which in some respects might appear trivial. Breaking up with a girlfriend when you've had lots of girlfriends may not seem very much, but if it's significant to the young person, they need somebody they can talk to. If they've got that parent or their friends they can confide in, that's often a big resilience factor that helps build up their strength.
Well, Samaritans is a charity that wants to see suicide reduced. They're available round the clock to listen to what anyone needs to say. The number here, 08457 90 90 90, and the email details and local numbers are available via their website.